Hi, my name is Sabrina Gamero,
And I'm Michael Frigi,
and we are both South Mech alumni.
and we're both freshmen here at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
So your teacher, Miss Mack, asked us to make a video for you guys since you're entering junior year and just how important ACT and SATs are. So here we are.
So the first question that was posed to us is, how important are the tests for college acceptance? So the SAT and ACT, or standardized test scores, are one of the major components that universities look at when they're deciding whether or not to accept you. So they're going to look at, first, standardized test scores, GPA, they're going to look at extracurriculars, and they're going to look at your essays. Those are just some of the major components. There's lots of other ones that they look at. So I would say that along with GPA, so standardized test scores and GPA are the two most important components that they're going to look at, because after all, college is about your education. That's the first thing that they're going to look for. So they're going to look at your prior education and how well you did on your standardized test scores and your GPA. So those are the two most important things, but it's definitely not something you should think that it's an end-all be-all. There's two categories, so you can do good in one and okay in the other. So they're very important, but don't look at it as it's the only thing they're going to look at.
Also, people try to decide whether taking the SAT or the ACT. Some people think that ACT is more geared towards math and science, while the SAT focuses because it has a writing section and reading. I took both. A lot of people decide to take both and send both, but you are allowed to just send one score in or the other. So when taking them, they're both standardized tests that colleges can just easily look at, and it's a number to your name kind of thing.
Okay, so the second question posed to us is, how did you prepare for them?
So there are many different ways for preparing for the SAT or ACT. There are some like tutors. You can hire someone to kind of teach you the ways and all the little things that you can do to improve your score on the SAT or the ACT. Also, there's online courses that you can buy at any store, honestly, that can help you with the style of questions that they're going to ask you, with the content. They can give you access to prior SATs that have already been released. These are all can be also found on the SAT website or the ACT website. They usually have at least one test that's been released, so you can practice for free. I would say that you should talk to your teachers. They usually have course books in their classrooms that can honestly give you a lot of help, and they wouldn't mind letting you borrow them for studying for the SATs and ACTs. And just talking to them, there are different ways instead of just buying a book or purchasing an online course or paying for a tutor. You can prepare for them on your own.
Another thing that I like to point out is that there are always those people, and maybe you have a friend like this, that can just take the SAT and just do really well on it without preparing. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't prepare and that you'll be fine. Everybody's different. I remember I've had friends that did need to prepare for it. I had other friends who needed to prepare for it even more than I did. I was one of those people who did need to prepare for it. So never think that, I'm fine. Maybe try it one time. Maybe that's a strategy. There's a lot of different ways to look at it. But preparing is not something to be looked down upon. It's something that you can use as a tool. And in the end, most likely, if you prepare for it, you're going to do better than other people. And that's the whole point. So you want to be better than your fellow students around you so you can have a better chance at getting accepted.
Another question was, how often did you take them? I took them 3 times each. Actually, I took the SAT 3 times and the ACT 3 times. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to. It's at your will. How many times did you take them?
I took the SAT twice. And then I took the ACT once with a school. I didn't like the SAT. I was the ACT. I didn't like the ACT. I was an SAT guy. And then I also took the SAT subject test. So I kind of took the SAT 3 times, but really the third time was just the subject test. But I took the SAT twice, and I took the ACT once.
Now, don't be scared. I know a lot of people are worried that if they take the SAT more than 3 or 4 or 5 times, they think that looks bad on them. Honestly, the more times you take it, the better chances you have to get a better super score, which is when they take the scores from each category and put it together, your best score from each category, and put it together. I've talked to admissions officers about how many times do you suggest to take it, and they honestly say that it doesn't take into play how many times you take it. So don't be afraid about that. Also, with every test is a fee. So there are plenty of fee waivers out there. If you want to take the SAT or the ACT, you will be able to take it, even if financial problems is what's holding you back. So please talk to your teachers. They have tons of resources, people who are willing to help you if you really want this. So don't be afraid to ask your teachers for help. And also, you had something with subject tests.
Yeah, I'd like to support taking the subject test because I took the subject test. I took Math 1 and Math 2 on the subject tests. And then I think I took American history also. But the Math 1 and Math 2 got me out of every math that I personally needed to take in college. I never have to take a single math, and that means I'm saving money. I could graduate early maybe. That means I'm saving money just by paying that little money so I could take the subject test now. So I would definitely support taking that. Also, you can get the credits from your AP tests.
Which the schools are now, CMS, well, last year for us, they actually paid for us. So take advantage of those AP exams. They can help you with getting a lot of general education requirements out of your way when you first come to college, which is definitely something that Michael and I took into consideration.
So the next question posed to us was, what advice would you give the students for taking the exams?
I would just say don't be too nervous. Eat a healthy breakfast, get a good night's rest, prepare for the exam so that you don't feel too uncomfortable when you're sitting down. I know the first time it can be kind of scary because a lot of people think that it's just the end of the world if you don't get a good score. But honestly, if you are prepared, you shouldn't have anything to be worried about. There are schools that accept a wide range from SATs. You can also do the research on each school's website of seeing like maybe your goal or something you want to set for yourself. But honestly, I wouldn't be too nervous about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say preparation, just eat a good breakfast beforehand. Sleep well the night before and sleep well a couple nights before. You want to get in a good sleep cycle before you go into the test. I think preparation is one of the biggest things you can do getting ready for these exams. Just be smart about it. If you're nervous, being nervous is healthy. If you're not nervous, there's something wrong because these tests are a pretty big deal. But at the same time, don't be overwhelmed because you can take these as many times as you want. They are one of the many categories that colleges look at. So it's not something to be looked at, like I said earlier, an end-all, be-all. But being nervous is healthy. It means that you're realizing what this test is and that you're ready to take it.
Also, something that we just want to add, a lot of people don't think that college is for them. They don't think that a 4-year degree is what they're searching for, or a big-time university like UNC or one of the Ivies. I mean, that's something that isn't in everyone's future. But at the same time, there is nothing that can harm you by taking these exams. Even if you only are searching for your 2-year degree at a community college, these exams show what you've learned in high school, and it's a good starting point to, you can even show how much you've learned. So I think that for people who aren't as motivated because they don't think that they see a 4-year degree in their future, I think that there is absolutely no harm in taking these exams. And I would definitely take opportunities that the school gives you that are free. A lot of people didn't take the ACT, the free one that they give at the beginning of the year, seriously, and they found themselves having to take them over and over again and actually paying for them. So definitely take them seriously.
I mean, I look at it as if 10 years down the road from now and you look back, are you going to regret having not taken this test? I mean, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't because there are amazing opportunities that come out of it. You send your test scores to all these different schools. All of a sudden, these schools have your scores, and maybe they think that you have an amazing score, and all of a sudden you're looking at scholarships. There's absolutely no reason, especially the ones that the school offers you. I mean, come on, take the ones that you're offered. If there's an opportunity for you to improve from where you are, it's only uphill from there. There's no reason for you to not take it. The opportunities are bountiful, so there's no reason for you to not. That's what I would say.
Michael and I want to wish you good luck on your junior and senior year. We love you, Miss Mack, and all the teachers that are still there at South. Go Sabres.
Go Heels.
Bye, y'all.